Hi, in this video, I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you my AI agency blueprint, showing you everything that you need to know about how to set up an AI agency using HighLevel, how to get customers using methods that help them experience the AI in ways that they haven't before so they can have the epiphany that they really need this for their business. And then lastly, helping you get wins for those customers using AI voice agents and AI chat agents.
Good to see people jumping on. So if you think that AI is here to stay and not going anywhere, put a 1 in the chat so we can all agree on that. Okay, great. Now, is it fair to say that AI currently, right now, is the worst it will ever be, right? Absolutely.
Allegedly.
Worst it will ever be, and you all are on the forefront of it, right? We are all on the forefront of it. We know more about it than our prospects and customers do in general, on the large majority. When it comes to getting customers essentially don't make lateral moves. They move out of pain, or they move to a new service out of pleasure. Pain or pleasure. Generally, pain more so than pleasure. So the pleasure has got to be really, really good. You have to put in front of them an irresistible offer that is so unbelievably incredible that they would feel stupid silly saying no to it. Not the same opportunity, but a new opportunity. And that's what AI is. But they don't know it. Okay? They don't know it because they haven't experienced it. They have prejudged, predetermination ideas of what AI is. How many people do you talk to where they're like, you mentioned AI, they're like, oh, AI is going to take over the world. AI is a bad thing. How many people do you talk to? Have you heard that from? Right? Or when you mention AI, they're like, yeah, I know AI. I know the chat GPTs. I know all of them. I use it. They use it like they use Google, right? They learn how to write an ebook and they were like, but they don't know that it can be an employee for the office. They really don't. When I say they, I'm generalizing, but when you walk out of your house and you go to the local businesses that you engage with, whether it's the bakery down the shop or my wife's getting our dog groomed right now, the dog groomer or anyone, and you call their phone, they're going to get voicemail or you're going to get an answering service. That's pretty much it. There's a very, very small percentage of businesses that actually have this technology yet. And so we have this golden opportunity to get in front of them and to be the business that offers it to them and introduces that to them, because there is no doubt in my mind that every business will have this. When I say every, again, generalizing, every business will have this in one way, shape, form, or another in the future. Whether that future is 6 months from now, is a year from now, is 2 years from now, we don't know that. But they're going to have it just like they have an email address, just like they have a website, at least the businesses that are good, right? That are investing in their business and doing things they need to do to stay up, right? And if you are introducing it to them then, whenever then is, more than likely they're already having it, or they already have it. And so then you're like, mine's better than theirs. Here's why you use me. My AI does this. Like, oh, we're all set. We have this over here. So now you're trying to pull business away from an incumbent that is already there. Whereas now you get to be the person, the business who introduces it to them. You're the superstar. You're the wizard. Like you become the incumbent. And HighLevel makes it so easy to deliver wins with their AI. I mean, it just gets better every month. So I'm going to show you the things that we're doing that are successful and that is having success. And I'm going to kind of draw on some past experiences. A couple of my team members are on here with me and have been with me through the rise of my previous SaaS business, the rise of it, the sale of it, all the things that we did to deliver wins for clients. And I'm here to tell you, you can deliver more impactful wow wins with AI right now by doing much less than all the things that we did to service the hundreds of Cairo clients that we serviced. So it is a great time to be a part of this. All right. So if everyone's excited and wants me to share my screen, put a 2 in the chat. Come on, let's chat it up. There we go. Fantastic. Donna's hitting those double digits, man. I love it. Okay. So here we go. Today, I'm just going to show you real stuff rather than slides. AI is new, right? Relatively new. At least it's a new opportunity and a new offer to sell to clients. They have to experience it. It's just that simple. I've used this analogy before. I'll use it again. I've been around for a while. I remember when the internet came to be. I remember when dial-up was a thing. Like you plugged your Ethernet cord, your phone cord in, it was like, now we just like log on, right? I remember when online purchasing became a thing. And I remember being hesitant like so many other people were, where I'm like, I don't know about putting my credit card in the computer. I don't know about that. Everyone was hesitant about that. I remember when I was hesitant myself personally, putting credit cards in the computer to businesses far and wide. Hey, I don't know about that. Now everyone has my credit card. HighLevel has my credit card. Amazon has my credit card. You name it, everyone's got my credit card. We just do it. That's the world we live in. It's adoption. The same is going to be with AI. Everyone's going to have it sooner or later. It's just adoption. But those businesses right now who are like, I don't know, just like I was with the credit card, that's how they are with AI. So they have to experience it. If you just tell them what it is and tell them what it does, you're not going to make that sale. You're just not, unless it's your brother-in-law. Okay, I'll try it. They need to experience it. So this is an example of, this is our website, Biz Dominance. When someone comes to the website, right, they've got a little video here that talks about AI and what it does. But this is the key factor right here, these voice demos. So I've got a number where they can call and have a demo. They can experience it with the. Has anyone called my site and listened to this? Anyone who's on here? If you have, you can just tell me yes in the chat. If not, okay, Don has. So we actually get like 10, 15 calls a day now, which is kind of a double-edged sword because I want to get the traffic, but many agencies have found my website and are now just calling my website to play with it. When you call this number, it does a demo for you. The AI agent, thanks for calling Biz Dominance. Would you like to learn about how AI can be beneficial for your business? And I'm going to role play with you. I'm going to act as if I were an AI agent for your business. And then, what's your name? I said, what's your business? Oh, the agent is going to say, okay, now let's role play. I'll act like I'm an agent for your business, and then ask you a series of questions, enough questions, and answers them really well to where the prospect is starting to have this epiphany like, oh, I had no idea, right? So we make sure that they're going to call that number, have that experience. Then I've got a couple of examples. So if someone's hesitant for calling that number, like, I'm not going to call, they can click a button here and watch these. Now I'm going to move my microphone to my computer so you can hear these. I'm just going to give you a few examples.
I'm Ashley, the friendly AI assistant at Creme de la Creme. How can I help you today?
Hi, I hear you are a new bakery in town, and I'm curious to know what you have.
Hey there. Yes, we're the new bakery in town, and we're super excited to share our delicious treats with you. We offer a variety of pastries like all.
Okay, I'm going to pause that just in the effort of time. I'll show you the next one.
Hi, this is Alex with Acme Heat, Air, and Plumbing. How can I assist you today?
Hi, the heat is not working in my house. It's freezing out, and I want to find somebody who can come and take a look.
Oh no, that sounds chilly. Let's get you some help. Could I start by getting your first and last name?
Olivia Williams.
Just to confirm, your name is Oliviaw.
Okay, now let's move on to the next one.
Hi, I'm Fiona with Enjoy Optical. How can I help you today?
Hi, I'm looking for some new cool glasses, and a friend of mine told me that you all have unique frames kind of not found in other stores.
Absolutely. At Enjoy Optical, we carry unique quality brands like Gucci, Fendi, Moscot.
Okay, so as you can see, we want the customers to experience it. So this is an audio video of recorded calls that we've had, and we want to lead that prospect to be like, okay, I think I'm going to call. And they'll call, and they go through the demo, and they are excited, and they're like, this is cool, but they still don't quite know yet, right? Because we have to get them over the hump because they, this is a completely new opportunity. If you were saying, hey, we get you reviews. You need to have reviews. If you go to Google, you got to have reviews. They're like, yeah, we know. We've heard of it. We've seen it. We know what it is. Right now, they may not be doing it, but they're aware of it. When you show them this, they're like, whoa, what's this all about? And so it's your job to help them understand that they actually do have pain right now. And that pain is they have a leaky bucket and they are missing calls. They are missing engagement opportunities from leads they already have. People who are calling their businesses now. So you need to have these conversations with them that they understand and can have the epiphany like, hey, so when you need something, where do you go? Where do you search for it? We search on Google. Of course, everyone else does. And do you ever go past the second page? Most people say, oh, no, we never go past the first page. Yeah, same here. Same with everyone else. Now that you have several good choices on the first page, how do you choose who you use? Generally, they'll say, oh, highest and most reviews, or, I call a few of them. Great. And so when you call someone and it just goes to voicemail, what do you do? Call the next business. Exactly. Everyone else does as well. And so you can, as you just take people through that journey, they're going to have the epiphany. This is how I shop too. Wait a minute. This is how people shop for my business as well, right? And what's the value of a customer to you? Now, this is where it comes down to what niche you're in, right? If you're in a niche that's a low ticket, oh, it's worth $10. Or if your niche is custom swimming pools, well, it's $150,000 or $250,000. So missing that one phone call could be the difference between $150,000 sale or a Tootsie Roll, and they chose your competitor. And so it's important, as I move in next, it's important to really identify the niches that make sense for this, and that absolutely have no problem at all going, oh yeah, how much is it? $5.97 a month? Sure. $9.97 a month? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so moving on, I won't take you through all of this, but I will show you this. I also have, there are going to be people who are hesitant about voice AI, but maybe they'll understand chat AI. Ideally, you want people that are going to do all of it. So here we are, we've got an example of SMS, so they can see how the AI is going to engage automatically via SMS. Someone comes to their website, or a missed call text back AI, right? So you can understand how this works. Web chat widget, someone comes to your website. Well, it's just a digital brochure. If someone's looking for answers and they can get a hold of anyone, they're going to move on to the next website. And then, of course, businesses that are running ads. If you run an ad, that's money that people are investing to get customers. What a shame it is to invest to get customers through ads, but not have a system that follows up with them and helps you nurture those customers and make more sales. So anyway, just a quick about, it's important that people experience this. Can you engage the bot with voice? Can you engage the chat bot with voice? No, if that's what you're asking. But we've got a chat bot here. And normally, I've already been on this page, but normally I have the chat bot where it's got an opening message that they can see. Like, hey, would you like to know more? For example, here is one of them. This is our bakery customer, right? Hey there, have a question about our daily made handcrafted pastries or coffee and tea? Text is here, right? We'll open it up and text. Now, I'm not going to do that because they get a transcript of every one of these. And I'm like, Dar, what are you doing, man? You showing our site again. But, it answers right away. So that's what I have. If I were to go here to live chat, this is a conversation I had earlier. What do? We provide AI voice agents, chat agents, and automated review systems to ensure you never miss a lead or call or lead, turning your business into a 24/7 profit generating machine, right? And they can just engage back and forth with it. Okay. In the efforts of time, I'm going to go on to training and show you how all this kind of comes together. When someone is here on the website and they've experienced all this, I'm going to have them, we roll down here, is if they try to get off the site, we've got a pop-up. The form is going to pop up. If they've already popped it up, as I did, you can go here and say, see a free demo of an AI chat employee simulated on your website. So they're going to fill this form out and submit it. And when they submit it, which we're going to use HighLevel's internal notifications to let us know you have a new lead who's submitted a form, wants to see this on their website. From there, I'm going to go to bot mockups. Now, bot mockups is a third-party tool I use where I can do just exactly that. I can create an AI demonstration for the customer simulated on their website. So let's go with the bakery, and I've created a bot really quick. Bot mockups is really easy to use. It's built by one of the someone in the HighLevel community, really smart guy, a friend of mine, in fact, Jeff Van Osdal. And so you just come in here and it's so simple. You put in their URL, and if the customer doesn't have a pop-up blocker, then it will take their URL and it will actually put their web page on here so you can see it. In this case, Creme de Creme did have a pop blocker. So I just took a screenshot and put that on there for them. Next thing we're going to do, a quick intro. Hey, how can I help? I have a really easy prompt here. It says your job is to answer questions, how to respond like an old college friend, right? After I put this how to respond in, then I'm just going to scrape their site. When I say scrape their site, I'm just going to take my cursor and drag it over their site, drag what their menu is, drag what their about us is, and put it in here. This literally takes less than 5 minutes to do. Then I'm going to click next, and then I'm going to click share. And when I click share, it's going to give me an embed code option. I'm going to take that embed code, copy it, and then I'm going to come into my account. If you're one of my coaching students or you're in my bootcamp, everything that I'm showing here, you get. In case you're like, man, Dar, that is a lot to build. We've built everything out. And so if you're part of that, you get that. If you're not a part of that, and that is fine, you can take inspiration in what I'm showing you today and go build your own. That's absolutely fine. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Okay, so here I am. I'm in my funnels, and I've got my AI demo funnels, and I have a master one. And each time there's a new prospect, we're just going to duplicate the master, right? So I would over here and say clone funnel step. When I clone the funnel step, a new one's going to come up. And let's take the De La Creme, which is the bakery. In the publishing side of things, I'm going to put their name in the URL, right? So it has my business name, demo, their business name. Then I'm going to go into the edit, and this funnel is branded to look like my website, right? So it all is cohesive together. I'm going to open this custom HTML, open the editor, and then I'm going to pop in the code that I got from Bot Mockups. The next thing I'm going to do, now there's two different ways you can do this. One is, and for most people, you'll just use the demo phone number that you have on your website. So when someone calls the demo, has the demo, take that same phone number and put it here so they can experience it again, or like, oh yeah, I got that. Or if they never experience it, they can experience it for the first time. We happen to have a bonus, like a second prompt that calculates missed call revenue or potential missed call revenue. So if they call this, call below to let our AI employee calculate your missed call revenue potential in just 3 minutes. It's going to ask them, how many phone calls do you have during the week? How many calls do you answer? Then it's going to ask them what the average sale price is of the things that, what do you offer? What does it cost? And then what's your close rate? Like, do you close 40% of the people you talk to, 20%, whatever that number is? And then the system is going to calculate that together and say, okay, most small businesses on average miss 37% of their phone calls. So if you answer 100 calls a week, you're probably missing 42 calls on average. And based on what you said the item is that you sell, it's $100, and your close rate is 50%, well, then, you should, that's another roughly 20 sales that you could possibly make. So you're leaving another couple $1,000s on the table. So anyway, the bot does that for them. Now, let me show you what this looks like. So when you send them the funnel that has your name and their name in it, and they open it up, they're going to see this and go, oh, look at that. That's our site. And they're going to click the play with it. Hi, this is Emma. How can I help you? And you'll say, let's see, they're a new bakery. So you're new in town? Question mark. What do you offer? Now, this is for the business owner, the prospect, to play with, right? Again, this is so they can experience it. And when they see how it responds, hey there, welcome to Edmond. We're Creme de la Creme, a specialty bakery whipping up some seriously delicious vinaiserie pastries. Think flaky croissants, danishes, and other buttery, right? Delights. Our stuff is super fresh. We actually sell out most days. Want to hear about our new menu highlights? Yes. Right? So the answer is, hey, we've got this, we've got that. I'm like, wow, this is great. What are your hours? So with a very minimal prompt in Bot Mockups, you can create this demo for your prospects where they see their business and how AI would work on their business. And they're having the epiphany like, wow, this is amazing. Can't you see how this would transform your business, your website, when visitors go there and they've got questions? What? Then down below, Robert. Now down below, we've got the voice employee. Now we talked about that a minute ago, but I want to talk to you about high value clients. So I've got a high value client that I'm a little embarrassed to tell the story because I actually didn't get the client, but I learned something really cool. So if I go into demo company, which is one of my sub accounts, side note, you have a high level account. You've got your agency account, sub account. You've got your customer sub accounts. You should have a demo sub account, a demo that you can demo people. You can show them different things, etc. Now in my demo account, we have a bunch of phone numbers. I think I probably have 10 phone numbers because they're only $1.15, right? From LC Phone or Twilio or wherever you're going to get them. So I have an extra phone numbers that I can use if I want to really provide a custom experience for a prospect. So I was, this is probably a month and a half ago now, maybe 2 months ago now. I was at the local Porsche dealership shopping for a new 911 and actually a new used 911. And so I'm at the Porsche dealership and I haven't been there in a while, but I buy most of my cars from them. And the salesman was like, hey, Dar, what have you been up to? Like, bought cars from the same guy. Man, I'm doing this cool stuff with AI, et cetera, et cetera. I whip out my phone. I show him the Biz Dominance website, him and another salesperson. I'm like, check it out, call it, role play with it, act like your business. And so Dave, the salesman, he role plays with it and he's like, oh, I'm Dave. My business is Dave's Vintage 911s and we restore and sell old classic air-cooled Porsche 911s. Anyway, as you can see how it knows. Anyway, so he goes through it. It does its thing. It demos for them. And he's like, whoa, this is mind blowing. This is going to put us salespeople out of business. The next salesperson who was with us overhears this. He says, I think we're doing something like that? He goes, I don't know, but I heard something that they're doing something like that. So I finished my meeting with them, and this is Saturday afternoon. I go home and I'm like, you know what? Because I'm angling for the car, right? How much money can I get off this car? And can I wow them, right? So I spend a few hours scraping the Porsche website, building a demo prompt for them. And I think it's Allie's the one. Let's see. This is it, Porsche Oklahoma City. So I go into Agent Goals and I put everything about Porsche Oklahoma City, transferring to service. Have you bought cars from us before? What are you interested in? The whole thing. And I get done with it and I call it and I'm like, yeah, they're going to be blown away. Like, does your car need service? Let me text you a link to the service calendar so you can book a call. Like the whole thing. And so I wait until after hours because I'm thinking I'm going to call their system and I'm going to listen to whatever they have. So when I call them on Monday and say, this is what I've built for you. And by the way, I listened to your voice tree or your voicemail. Now check this out. Well, you're not going to believe this, but when I called late Saturday night, they had a voice AI that answered. And so you can imagine my disappointment when I was like, damn. And I'm just like a week late. They had just gotten it. And so I missed the opportunity to get Porsche as a business because someone else had introduced it to them recently. But I also had this epiphany that I want to share with you all. If it's good enough for Porsche, this elite brand, worldwide brand, then it's good enough for your prospects. So when you're walking into businesses, you're like, oh, I don't know what they're going to say, the local, insurance guy or the local handyman or the whoever you're going to, if it's good enough for Porsche, it is good enough for them. So I just want you to have that in your mind. Okay. So let's see. I think I've gotten a little sidetracked. We still have time. So we talked about bot mockups. If you do a custom AI voice demo, then you just change out the number here from your regular demo to the number that you've gotten for them from your list of demo numbers. Does that make sense? If all that makes sense, put a 7 in the chat if that makes sense. Okay, great. Okay, so here we are. Here's a demo page that we send to them. Now we're going to go into demo company. Does anyone here not know how to set up an AI voice or an AI chat? Let me ask this way. Do you need help learning how to set up an AI voice or an AI chat? If you do, put something in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay, you do. Okay, great. We've already said customers must experience it. You want it to be good. And so what I've created is a few different GPTs to help you out. And we don't have time to get into it right now, but I'm going to give you an overview of this. And you can do this yourself, or you can, if you're in our bootcamp, you can use the one that we've already created to help you along. So there's some things that we learned in the business Cairo Dominance, our SaaS business before. And what I learned is there are certain niches that I don't want to be in. There are certain niches that are generally cheap. There are certain niches that have an expectation that you do certain things, like in the chiropractic space, it was integrate with other medical softwares. In the medical industry, you have to be HIPAA compliant. So what I did was I created a niche and offer creation where the offer is strictly around AI voice, AI chat, AI reviews, and nothing else in HighLevel. Because there's so many things you can do in HighLevel, but this new opportunity that you're putting in front of people is AI. So that's the core of the offer. Now, as far as the niche, this GPT example, I built it to say, avoid these niches that I personally wouldn't want to be in based on the knowledge of what I have. I don't want to be in anything in the medical field because I don't want to have to deal with HIPAA and the compliance and all those regulations. I don't want to deal with any low ticket customers that have small ticket items that might not have great cash flow. I want to deal with businesses that do at least $1 million a year and more. I want to deal with businesses that generally don't have to integrate into other softwares, right? Like if I don't want to be in the gym space, they have something else that they integrate with, or the medical field or other businesses like that. And I don't want to have a niche that has a lot of competition in it, is a red ocean. I don't want to be in the gym space or the chiro space or the med spa space. Like you go into the HighLevel group, and what niches you're in, all the ones that people just think, oh, these are the right ones. We used to coach someone who their niche was axe throwing. Like, whoa, how about that? I've been to an axe throwing place. It's pretty cool. Not a lot of marketing companies like beating down their door to help them out, but it's a cool experience. You have to reserve an appointment. You got to get appointment reminders and so forth. I had questions about the axe throwing, so we Googled, right? And actually, Matt Googled, right? How do you this? How do you that? Right? And all that information, everything that a consumer would need to work with their business. AI has a solution for that. AI employee. Anyway, with all those things, I created this niche finder where you would come in here and you click get started, and it's already weeding out the things that I'm saying to weed out. And then it's going to ask you, what are you interested in? What do you already understand? Like, are you in the, are you in the auto industry? Are you an auto industry expert? Like it might, it might take you down the role of, companies that do body wrapping and window tinting could be a good niche. And so it's going to give you several, it's going to ask you several questions and then give you 3 niches that are highly profitable and have a high potential of using AI. It's going to help you with that. And then it's going to take that, whatever niche you decide on, then it's going to wrap in the offer and help you create your offer around the AI SaaS offer. So that's that. Next, I'm going to go to AI Prompt Specialist. So this was, I have to give Pat credit. Pat helped with this. He actually created it. Then I just refined it for my group that we use. And so all of the prompting inside of, right, like this one I created for Porsche Oklahoma City, their agent goals, everything here in this prompt started out here. And so this is a prompt that creates the prompt for your AI voice agent. And so we're going to click Let's Get Started. And, what is the business website? So you're going to put in the website, it's going to scrape it, and then it's going to ask you a series of questions to understand everything that it needs to understand about that customer and what the goals are. Is it going to ask discovery questions? Is it sending booking links? You name it. That's all going to be here in this GPT. Let me see. Okay, any questions so far? We'll come back and I'll show you the agent avatar one, which is kind of fun. The agent avatar is it creates these, right? So you can have a visual representation of your AI agent. The more it kind of humanizes them, the more that people are like, oh, it's just not this ghosty thing. All right, so now we're going to set up an AI agent really quick. Let's do create agent. You're going to give that an agent a name. Let's say Jenny. We're going to use the company name, demo business, but if you had another business, you would put it in here. Choose any name that you want. We're going to just stick what we've got. And then right now we're going to keep it at, it can only be inbound. HighLevel has outbound coming. We're going to move to next. I'm going to collect their name and their email. Personally, I don't have a need for collecting their address or any contact issues, but based on your use case, you might. So for example, let's say that it was a home services company and, a plumbing company. You need to get their address so you know where to send the service technician, right? So you would click address in that case. And then are you going to trigger any workflows once things are complete, depending on what the use case is for your AI bot? And then you can send anyone an email. Generally, I'll do a custom email and I'll just type in my email or the business owner's email, whoever they want it to go to. And we're next. Oh, I see a lot of stuff going on in the chat. Oh, I've got to do some catching up over here. Okay. Oh, custom email. All right, let's just put that in. Next. No, you can set it up again. Oh, let's refresh this again. Do clients need to have GHL in order to have the AI service? All right, I'll come back to that. We're here. We're going to finish this out. So then I move on to phone and availability. So we're going to go to next. And you're going to choose one of the numbers that you've purchased in LC phone. We're going to add that number. And then you can set the working hours for the agent, or you can leave it 24/7. And in setting the working hours, you can do like from this time to this time, and this time to this time, this time to this time, all during the course of a day. Then you're going to put the number. Well, this is for testing it. So after I have all this done, I like to go through that really quick. And then I go back to the agent goals, and that's where I put in the prompt. High level is going slow today. Come on. Okay, so we're going to, oh man, save. Are you teasing us with these GPTs? No, you'll get one of the GPTs. The other ones are for people in the group. Oh, come on. All right, so here's Jenny that we just created. Now, if I've used my GPT and I've created the, I've gotten the prompt from it, I'm going to take the prompt that it gives me, which would have been in the AI voice prompt specialist. I wonder if I have one I can show you. Okay, so here's one that I did, and it's going to give you the prompt, and you're going to copy the prompt. Let me see. So this is what I did for my event company customer. Click copy. Then we're going to go back here. We're going to go into agent goals, switch to advanced mode. I'm going to select all and paste it with my new prompt. And I'm going to save. Now, we don't have time to get into every single piece of this, what AI does, certainly in the hour, but we would do the same thing for the AI goals of the AI voice agent, AI goals of the AI chat agent, which then you would also go put into your web chat widget, or the AI chat version of it. If you want to update contact fields, you can update contact fields with, their email, their name, anything else that you would want. You can transfer calls if you want to transfer a call to a manager, trigger workflows, a lot of really cool stuff that you can do in your agent. And then you can test the agent, right? So click here and test it. Let's see. Okay, and that first time, I'm going to keep moving on. If we have time after, then we can come back and we can listen to some of these phone calls. So the next thing you do is once you get your clients, right? So we have two different snapshots, actually three. We have a snapshot that is the website that I've shown you, like my Business Dominance website. So we've got a templated version of that. I spent weeks building it, and I know that sometimes it's hard to get going until you get past that. Once you have that website and you feel legitimate, like, okay, now we can go. So I got that dialed in really good for Biz Dominance, and then created a template of it for people in our bootcamp. So we've got the website snapshot, and then we've got the agency snapshot, which is what you run your agency with. And then you've got the local wins snapshot. So once you get a customer, the local win snapshot is what you're putting in their sub accounts. So on the agency snapshot, and there's a lot to cover here, I'll just kind of breeze over it. When people are coming in, we've got multiple pipelines. You've got a leads and sales pipeline. So whether you're reaching out to people manually, you're tracking that, reaching out manually, and then you want to know, did they demo your voice AI? If they demoed your voice AI, it's going to show up here. If they filled out the lead opt-in form, then that's going to show in here, and it's going to let you know, okay, we need to take their information, create the mock-up for them, or whatever demo you're going to do, and send it to them. In our case, we're going to create that bot mockups to them. Then we're going to drag it over here. So we know that a bot mockup has been sent to them, and then we're booking calls. Now, once someone becomes a customer, then they're going to be, they're going to click the SaaS configurator, choose their plan. They become a customer. They go right in here to the new customer welcome. From there, the automations are going to get them to book an onboarding call, and they book that onboarding call. You're going to get relevant information for them to help them set up their account and their AI voice agents. Do you want a male agent, a female agent? What are their working hours, etc. After you get information on that first booking call to set up their stuff, let's say Joe Bang here, we had an onboarding call with them. Then we're going to drag that to set up their features. Now, setting up their features, we have a feature fulfillment pipeline. This way you can keep up with everything right here in the system. So Joe's going to have, let's say that Joe get our top tier plan. They get all the stuff. So Joe's going to have a card in every one of these stages. A2P setup, AI voice setup, AI chat setup, missed call text back, using that, web chat widget, reviews, and so forth. So they're going to have a card in every one of these. And then as the team or myself set each one of those up. So let's say we set up Joe's AI voice triggers, or in this case, we'll say Steve. We set up these AI voice triggers, then, or AI voice and triggers. Then we're going to drag this down to 1. Once we drag it down to 1, then it's going to send an automation to Joe or Steve or whoever it is, and it's going to say, hey, just want to let you know, we've set up your AI voice. Here's the phone number. Give it a call. Play with it. Let us know what you think. Same thing with the AI chat. Hey, just want to let you know, we set up your AI chat. Here's the, here's the number. Give it a chat and let us know what you think, and so forth. So someone says, do they onboard themselves? Yes and no. They go through an onboarding funnel where they get information, letting them know what's happening and what to expect. But you and your team are actually setting things up. Like you're setting up their AI voice, you're setting up their AI chat, so forth. So once all their stuff is set up, then we're going to go back to new customer overview, and we're going to drag this to all features have been set up, which is going to set a notification to Joe. Say, okay, Joe, we've got everything set up. Here's a link to book your second onboarding call. We're going to go over everything that we set up, train you on it, so you can really start using it in your business. And then after you have that onboarding call successfully, well, they schedule it. It's going to move over here automatically. And then after you've had that onboarding call, and then you're going to drag it to bulk review campaign, which is going to set up do some additional automations so you can, and you don't have to do an review campaign, a bulk review campaign, but we find that it gets people nice wins, and it's a good thing to do. And we've got testimonials. Now, I know I'm running through this fast. Once someone is finished going through the onboarding process, they're going to automatically move to the stage customer check-ins. And then the system is going to reach out to them a week after the first onboarding call and say, hey, Carrie, it's been about a week since your first onboarding call. Hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out this, this, and this. The second week, it's going to do the same. Third week, and then from there, after 3 weeks after post onboarding, it's going to transition to like 45 days since they became a customer, 60 days since they became a customer, and so forth. And I'll give you all a peek at those automations. So someone comes in, new client sign up. Which plan did they get? We'll just say good, better, best, or pro, premium, elite, whatever you name your plans. The system's going to identify which order form they used. It's going to identify which plan they're on, and then it's going to put them to each one of these columns and update their custom field, which plan they're on, send an internal notification to you and your team. Hey, you just got a new customer who signed up on the pro plan, whatever plan it is. And then we're going to update the pipelines. All right, so all these things are updating the pipelines relative to the plan they've got and the features that they get in their plan. Then we're going to tag them account owner. Okay. So we're going to tag them. We're going to update their contact field. We're going to send their contract or their scope of work agreement and email that says, hey, important next steps. We're glad to get you started. Watch this video, book your onboarding call here. And then it's just a series of taking them through. Here's what to expect, and here's what's happening. We get all the way through the onboarding process, and we go to customer check-ins. And as I was mentioned to you, we have these check-ins. So 7 days after that first onboarding call, we're moving them through the pipeline, and we're saying, hey, Jill, hope this message finds you well. It's been about a week since we introduced you to Biz Dominance, or your company name, and your new AI employee for your business. How's everything going, et cetera, et cetera. And each one of these are uniquely written a little bit different to just make sure that they feel like, you're doing well. You're on top of it. You're here for them, et cetera. Okay, man, wow, an hour goes fast. So I'll just really quickly show you. Then you have a local wins snapshot. The local wins snapshot just has all the automations for when you put this at a customer's account, AI employee stuff, reviews stuff, appointment bookings and reminders. For a local business, like, you don't have to use all these. If you're not doing, I've got 3 different kinds of review campaigns in here based on what the needs might be of your prospect. We've got appointment booking confirmation and reminders in here. Well, if your prospect isn't doing appointment booking reminders, you don't need them. But we tried to put enough things in here. You have different ways to provide wins in addition to AI. So yeah, that's just kind of a high level overview of the stuff. Hold on, we have to make sure we answer some of these questions. Do the clients have the GHL? Well, you have to have GHL. You don't have to let them into the account. Like, so someone gets on our base plan, they don't even get in the account. We're doing AI voice, forwarding it to their phone. It's doing its job of answering the phones, recording those transcripts, and then emailing that to the client. And as our tiers increase, the middle tier, then they get to have the mobile app, right? Because the more you give them access to, there's more potential for confusion. So it just depends on what you want to give them access. Judy says, are you teasing us with the GPTs? Or are you going to share them with us? I will give you the AI avatar builder one. And that's a fun one. We can run through that in a minute. The other GPTs, like the niche and offer creation and the prompt that does the prompts, those are for people in my paid group coaching community or anyone who's my affiliate, or if you get in the bootcamp. And the bootcamp is it okay would you like to know about the bootcamp and what it is? Okay. So I'll tell you about it. So in the bootcamp, which is a 4 or 5 week intensive where we meet 3 or 4 times a week. We go step by step. This takes it back to Beverly from the beginning. Like, what do you do? Step by step by step, sequential. Make sure that your high-level account is set up properly to position yourself as an AI SaaS agency, build out all your stuff. And so there's 3 training a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And then there's assignments with each one. So here's what you're doing. And then there's an open office hours on Fridays where we're answering your questions, checking your work, making sure that no one gets left behind, that you don't have any bottlenecks that keep you from moving into the following week. And here in a minute, I will share my screen and just kind of show you what we took the most recent boot campers through. Let's see, a couple other questions. Where is the Biz Dominant snapshot available? So that's a part of what the bootcamp people get. If I'm becoming an affiliate under you, what do you get? Okay, Don. Yeah, you get a lot of stuff. Stuff that honestly has taken us years to develop. I know there are people that sell snapshots, like build us and sell it. Ours is literally we've served hundreds of clients. We've learned the ropes. Diana and Hannah Jane, who are on here, and I know Diana had to jump because she has another meeting, but these women are brilliant and they've been with me for over 4 years. I think Hannah Jane over 5 years. It's like family now. How many, Hannah Jane?
It's 5 years.
5 years. So not only brilliant and committed, but understand the system well and how we have acquired and served these customers at a really high level. And Snapshot is it's what we use in our own business. And then we sold Cairo Dominance, now creating an AI agency who's taking the best of what we learned in Cairo Dominance, applying that to an AI agency, and really have refined things, to be honest with you, because it was really complicated quite a while back. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This is an example this is behind the scenes in the members area of the AI SaaS Agency Bootcamp. So week 1, we've got Bootcamp overview, and we're doing the niche and offer creation together right then. Then we're going through the homework of everyone doing their niche and offer. Then we're doing AI employee system setup. And so every call is recorded and every call has SOPs built with it. All the GPTs and SOPs are provided. All right. You've got the AI demo prompt that's provided, AI voice demo workflows, custom AI voice prompts, voice acts, the whole thing. It's all here. Prospecting and lead gen. So we work with prospecting organically, and we're going to step up prospecting ads wise as well in this next bootcamp. We have an AR webinar creation. I didn't even show you that. So this is really cool. I gotta show you this. So back here at the AI component, After you've created your niche and offer, right? It's your niche and offer. You answered all the questions. You get to the end and it says, okay, let me show you an example because I usually look on whiteboards. Let's go with, okay, expensive home services, right? So it's given me all this stuff about the niche, and actually it'll keep going too. It's like, you want me to build out your funnel pages? Sure. I actually tell people stop. Like, just we'll get to a certain point and stop because it'll just have you keep going. But then we'll go to Webinar Builder. Now, what's cool about Webinar Builder is you click, let's craft your webinar. And it's going to say, awesome, answer these 6 questions: product overview, target audience, key benefits, the big problem, unique selling points. Now, if you were to ask me that, I'd be like, oh, and I would rack my brain for hours trying to get it just right. And what is it? And make sure I haven't missed anything. But now that we have the niche and offer creation, we just copy this, copy it, and then paste it in the bottom of the other GPT that's already created the niche, the offer, and everything, and say, answer these questions. And then it pops out that, based on what we've just talked about, answer these questions. It gives you the answers to these in the other chat. Then you bring it in here and you pop those answers in here, and it builds your webinar slides for you. It's like hocus pocus. Pretty cool. Okay. So anyway, you get all that. I show you how to do that. We do the training on that. We do sales training. I'm very grateful that Alex Slinsky did an amazing sales training for us. I'm in his Prospecting on Demand group. He is absolutely one of the best sales trainers. So we have sales training with Alex. And then we've got all the onboarding stuff that I went through really quickly with. We have all that in here. And of course, all the snapshots and everything come with that. Let's see group chat. I'm going to put it here and you can look at it. And so I'm going to tell you what it is. It's going to say, I built everything for you. We have it all here. We're going to go through this together and we're going to hold your hand. Me and my team are going to help you as well. You're going to be a part of a community of other people going through the same thing together. And it's limited because we want to make sure that we have the bandwidth to help I think we had 36 people in the last one. And you're going to get all my assets and we're going to hold you accountable. Right. And so that's what this is when you go through here, and it's going to say, you're going to get this, this, and this, and this. And in true marketer fashion, it's going to say it's worth a whole lot of money, right? It's worth this. I would tell you it's actually worth more, right? I know the marketing thing is to say it's worth this and we're going to give it you this. The truth is, if I were to add up my time that it's taken for me and the team to build all this out, if you were to do it yourself, it is worth a lot. But there's not a big market for charging a lot for it. There's a market for charging a reasonable amount and helping people get wins in hopes that, like myself, I was able to change the course of my life by learning high level and doing this, that hopefully it helps some of you out as well. Whatever you're doing, if you're trying to change your trajectory, or maybe you already have a good business, a good agency, you're like, I want to add this other component to it, right? So that's what it is. The cost of the bootcamp for the 4 or 5 weeks. The reason I say 4 or 5 weeks, it's designed to be 4 weeks, but the last one, there's just more stuff to tell them and give them. So we went another week. It's $29.97, and there is $1,000 discount code available. So the first 10 people that use the code gets $1,000. Actually, not 10. There's 7 remaining because I announced this a couple days ago. 3 people have already bought it. So you get $1,000 off. And after that, then it's $500 off. So for the next 10. And so that's how that works. And if it feels like something that makes sense for you, I invite you to join. And but if it's not, that is okay too. Hopefully the information that I provided you today is of value and can help you out. We're going to finish on a fun note here. We're going to go to the AI agent avatar, and I'm going to just check the questions. All right, so check this out. This is a lot of fun. Does anyone want to, we can wrap up now, or if anyone has questions, I can answer questions. If anyone wants to see the AI avatar, build one. Let's just build one for someone here. Oh, everyone talks at the same time. It hurts my ears. We got to one at a time. All right, do you see what I just did there? A little sarcasm. Come on. All right, Beverly says we can build one for you. All right, Beverly, unmute yourself, and here we go. Now, I will say, if anyone does have a question, let's get those question answers, because I know your time is valuable, and we've run a little past. Does anyone have any questions about anything I showed you? Anything at all?
I think most of us are just processing.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so I think we're here. We're just like, we're in awe because we know that this is the future. We know that we can be able to have a lifestyle where we can help ourselves, help others, but it's a lot, I think, to chew.
Thank you. I can tell you this, just to relate to some of you. I don't know where you're at in life or what you've got going on. 56 years old. I started over when I was 49. Didn't know what I was doing. I used to build custom motorcycles, and we did really cool stuff. And when I mean cool, I mean, I'll just tell you so you can understand. Won the world championships of custom bike building twice. Built bikes for celebrities like Tim Allen, Usher, Toby Keith.
Oh,
Have
how
bikes
cool.
all over the world. But I was broke because
Oh.
we didn't have the right formula. Because essentially, I had a building. I had rent in a building in a 2-year lease. I had insurance that we had to pay, general liability insurance. I had employees. I had inventory. I had all this. And when someone ordered a custom motorcycle for me, I had to order parts from like 40 different vendors: motor, transmission, tank, get it painted, custom wheels, et cetera, et cetera. And it was really cool, but overhead came every month, right? And overhead outpaced production. That was simply it. And I was chained to it. And so when I hear people say, I can't afford to do this or whatever, and I know people can't afford to do things. Generally, the people who I see make it in this industry are the people that already have an agency. They're building websites, they're doing lead gen, they're whatever. They've figured out how to go get customers and do something for them, but they're having to like go kill every time. Built a website for someone. Okay, now they pay me website hosting. That's it. I got to go find someone else to build a website, build another one, right? And so those businesses, they understand the gig, and they're like, okay, now I'm going to add monthly recurring revenue. I'm going to add a SaaS element. So those companies, those people generally make it. And the people whose back are against the wall, those people make it. But the people who are like, I'm going to try this thing, a little side hustle, this and that, you're not going to make it. And I mean, I hate to tell you that, but because you don't look at it, people like that don't look at it as a business. When I had the motorcycle business, I had to have a business plan. I had to put my house up as collateral. I had to sign a 2-year lease. I had to buy inventory before I ever sold it. I had employees. You know what I mean? Like big numbers. I had to do 35,000 a month in expenses before I ever, right? And with this business, I have a $495 a month high level. Now I have more stuff because I've grown and I do other things, right? I've got other expenses. But in general, you can have a $297 a month high level account. And the people like, oh man, I got to make a sale by next month because I got that 297 again. Like I get it, but you have to look at it as a business. Like I'm investing in this for the next 6 months, the next year, because I know I'm going to lose money. I'm going to be figuring things out. I'm going to get clients. I'm going to lose clients, right? The faster you lose clients is the faster you get more because you learn from losing those clients. And so when you look at it like it really is a business, but it's an incredible business because once it's dialed in and you have all this figured out, you don't have a building for overhead and you don't have collateral against your house to have these business assets. What does it take to add another customer? It's the click of a button. Like you have to acquire the customer, but to add them, you have unlimited sub accounts. You just add another customer, right? When I had to add another motorcycle customer, okay, I got to buy another engine. I got to build another frame. I got to build another, right? I say that to illustrate this business model is incredible. And although there are costs, they are minimal compared to a physical business. And you do need to put in the work, but when you put in the work, you can work from anywhere. And it's afforded me the opportunity to build a custom home, send my daughter to school. So, all right, here we go. Avatar for Beverly. Create avatar. Okay, Beverly, male or female?
Female. Send her back at her indoors. Let's have her in a studio style neutral background.
Okay.
Long,
Hairstyle?
curly, down, and dark brown.
Curly, dark, brown, done, down.
Yeah.
Okay. Skin tone or ethnicity?
Um, let's do Puerto Rican. I'm from Puerto Rican. Throw it in there and see what.
How do I spell that?
Puerto Rican, P-U, Puerto, T-R, yeah, Rican, R-I-C-A-N. There you go.
Okay. Love it. Beautiful choice, in fact. Okay. Facial expression. Warm, friendly. What do you think?
I mean, better be warm and friendly. I
Okay.
think confident and sharp. Let's see what that looks like.
Let's just do all of it. Okay. Would you like her to have any tech elements? Typically at this point, I'll say wear a modern phone headset.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did something similar to this and had to learn how to do that on hedra.com for face shots. And boy, you have to be really careful when you put that headset because sometimes the AI makes the headset go all the way around their face. And I'm like, oh, only half the side of the face, and then you're like battling with it.
So what niche or industry?
Hey, that's a really good question. Give me a nanosecond because I went off of what you taught me and I created a little niche thing. Just at really a nanosecond. Let me just get to my, you guys, thanks for being patient with me. My AI, and then I will tell you AI bot niche prompting. Let's go with LASIK and AI vision. That's what I have on here. Oh, no. Events for fun. Event venues like weddings, banquets, and corporate retreats.
Okay. Any other relevant info?
Outfit or pose. Tell it to be creative.
I'll say, how about I'll do this because I learned to do this in front of a computer, but looking my direction. Okay. Square, vertical, or horizontal?
Which is the ones that you have on your website? What is that? It's not
I do both. So
Oh.
I do horizontal and square. So let's do this. And
Okay.
here we go. Let's see what we come up with.
It's always fun to see what Dolly makes.
There you go. And then from there, you can do anything else you want. You could say change outfits and just continue to tweak it. So I'm going to give everyone this GPT. It's a lot of fun to use.
Yeah, I like it. You know what? It doesn't look like it's exotic. It looks like it's real. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them get to be so exotic and it's nice to look at, but that's not real. This is actually a nice real one.
So here is the link for this GPT. You all can have that for free for spending your time with me here today. And that's all I have. I hope it was beneficial. If it was beneficial, I would love to see that in the chat.
Now, the next thing you need to do is join my free community. There's a link down below to join the community called AI SaaS Launch. In that community, you'll find hundreds of other people just like yourself who are learning about HighLevel, learning about AI, and how they can launch and grow their AI agency. Now, if you don't have a HighLevel account, there'll also be a link down below and in the community where you can get a 30-day free trial of HighLevel using my affiliate link. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.